Imagine this. Two companies sell the same product. One treats its people like numbers, the other like family. 5 years later, one is thriving, the other is gone. The difference? People came first. So today, let's answer a simple question. Why should we put people first? The answer may change how you lead, live, and succeed. Step und Payop are the foundation of all success. Every successful endeavor, whether it's building a thriving business, launching a community initiative, or creating a powerful movement, is rooted in the efforts, ideas, and energy of people. Behind every product we use, every service we rely on, and every breakthrough we celebrate, there are individuals working, thinking, collaborating, and committing themselves to a purpose. No strategy, system, or technology functions in isolation. They are all designed, operated, and improved by people. A business may have the most advanced tools or the most sophisticated models, but without the right people behind them, motivated, skilled, and engaged, those tools remain unused, those models unrealized. Consider the workplace. Companies often chase performance metrics, profits, and innovation, but the truth is those outcomes don't emerge from spreadsheets. They come from people. It's the frontline employee who greets the customer, the designer who creates the product, the team leader who inspires others, and the problem solver who finds a better way. When people are supported, appreciated, and aligned with a vision, they move mountains. They bring creativity, energy, and resilience to the table. They stay late not because they have to, but because they want to. They take initiative, share ideas, and go the extra mile, not for the paycheck alone, but because they feel part of something bigger. Organizations that recognize this don't just survive, they thrive. They don't merely hire talent, they cultivate it. They create cultures where people feel safe to speak up, challenge norms, and bring their full selves to work. They understand that success is not built in boardrooms or on balance sheets alone. It's built in every conversation, every decision, every act of trust that happens between people each day. The heartbeat of any lasting achievement is not a process or policy, it's a person. And that person is the one who makes success possible from the ground up. Step 2, trust and respect drive performance. Trust and respect are the invisible engines that drive performance in any team, organization, or relationship. When individuals feel trusted, they operate from a place of confidence rather than fear. They stop second-guessing themselves and start taking initiative. They're not wasting mental energy wondering if their decisions will be questioned or their efforts dismissed. Instead, they focus entirely on doing the work, solving problems, and pushing boundaries. Trust gives people the psychological permission to act boldly, to experiment, to take ownership of results. It tells them, I believe in your judgment. And that belief unlocks potential that might otherwise stay hidden. Respect adds another critical layer. While trust says, I believe you can, respect says, you matter. When people are respected for who they are and not just what they do, they bring more of themselves to their role. They speak up with ideas. They challenge what doesn't work. They become more collaborative because they feel seen and valued. Respect isn't about titles or hierarchy, it's about dignity. When a person feels respected by their leaders and peers, they respond with commitment. They engage on a deeper level. They care not just about the outcome, but about how they achieve it. In environments where trust and respect are missing, people operate in self-protection mode. They hold back. They avoid risk. They do the bare minimum because going beyond feels unsafe or unappreciated. But in cultures where trust and respect are woven into the daily fabric, where feedback is honest, intentions are clear, and every voice matters, people step forward with full energy, They are not afraid to take responsibility or admit mistakes because they know those actions won't be used against them but will be part of their growth. Performance naturally rises not because people are pressured but because they are empowered. Trust and respect don't cost anything, but their absence can cost everything. These two forces are not soft skills. They are performance multipliers, directly linked to how people show up, deliver, and sustain excellence over time. Step 3, empowered people solve problems faster. Empowerment transforms the way people approach challenges. When individuals are truly empowered, they don't wait for permission, they take action. They stop looking upward for every answer and start looking inward for solutions. Empowered people believe they have the authority and the capacity to make decisions, and that belief creates a sense of ownership. Instead of passing problems along or hesitating out of fear, they lean into them with urgency and creativity. They begin to see themselves not just as workers completing tasks, but as contributors shaping outcomes. This shift in mindset drastically reduces the time between problem and solution because empowered people are not stuck in a loop of approval. They're in motion. In any team or organization, delays often happen not because problems are complex, but because people feel disempowered to act. They may worry about overstepping boundaries or facing backlash for taking initiative. This creates bottlenecks, slayers of unnecessary hesitation and dependence that slow down the entire operation. Empowered individuals, on the other hand, cut through that clutter. They trust their instincts, they make decisions based on their proximity to the issue, and they act fast because they know their input is valued. And when they're unsure, they don't freeze, they collaborate. Empowerment doesn't mean doing it alone. It means feeling confident enough to gather input, suggest a direction, and move forward without being paralyzed by doubt. Moreover, empowerment creates emotional investment. When people feel that their voice matters and their decisions count, they care more deeply about the results. They begin to anticipate problems before they arise. They look for smarter, faster, better ways to operate, not because someone told them to, but because they feel connected to the mission. They become proactive rather than reactive. They notice inefficiencies, they speak up about broken systems, and they're more likely to take calculated risks that lead to innovation. In this environment, problem solving becomes a shared, energized process rather than a burden placed on a few. Empowered people don't just solve problems, they prevent them, improve them, and often turn them into opportunities. The speed and quality of their decisions elevate the entire organization simply because they've been given the trust, support, and freedom to act. Step 4, loyalty is earned by caring first. Loyalty is not a commodity that can be bought or demanded. It is a profound connection that is cultivated through genuine care and consistent actions. In professional environments, when individuals feel truly valued and supported, they develop a deep-seated commitment to their organization. This commitment is not merely about fulfilling job responsibilities. It encompasses a willingness to go above and beyond, to contribute to the organization's success, and to remain steadfast even during challenging times. The foundation of such loyalty lies in the everyday interactions and the culture fostered within the workplace. When leaders take the time to listen, to acknowledge individual contributions, and to provide opportunities for growth, they send a clear message: you matter. This sense of recognition and respect encourages employees to invest more of themselves into their work, leading to increased productivity, innovation, and a collaborative spirit. Moreover, organizations that prioritize employee well-being and create an environment of trust often witness lower turnover rates. Employees are less likely to seek opportunities elsewhere when they feel their current workplace offers not just a job, but a community where they are appreciated and their aspirations are supported. This stability not only benefits the internal dynamics of the organization, but also enhances its reputation externally, attracting talent and fostering customer trust. In essence, loyalty is the result of intentional and compassionate leadership. It is built through consistent efforts to understand and meet the needs of employees, to celebrate their achievements, and to stand by them in times of adversity. Such an approach transforms the workplace into a space where individuals are motivated to contribute their best, not out of obligation, but out of a shared commitment to collective success. Step 5. Real leaders develop people, not just processes. True leadership goes beyond managing systems, setting targets, or optimizing workflows. While processes are essential for consistency and scalability, it is people, motivated, skilled, and engaged individuals who ultimately drive performance and innovation. Great leaders understand that their primary role is not just to design efficient systems, but to develop the human beings within those systems. They focus on unlocking potential, building confidence, and nurturing growth in others. This mindset shifts leadership from being a task of control to one of cultivation. When a leader commits to developing people, they see every interaction as a chance to inspire, coach, and elevate. They ask questions that challenge thinking, offer feedback that builds rather than breaks, and create an atmosphere where learning is not only allowed but encouraged. They recognize that mistakes are not failures, they are part of growth. This kind of leadership builds resilience and resourcefulness in individuals because people feel safe to stretch themselves beyond their comfort zones. They aren't afraid to try, to innovate, or to lead from where they are. People who are developed by great leaders become more independent thinkers. They don't just follow orders, they understand the bigger picture. They align their personal growth with organizational goals and as a result contribute more meaningfully. They bring new ideas to the table, take initiative, and help raise the bar for everyone around them. A leader who invests in their people isn't just adding value to their team, they're multiplying it. Furthermore, leadership that prioritizes people development creates a culture of continuous improvement. It fosters loyalty, reduces turnover, and encourages others to step into leadership roles themselves. That's because individuals who have been guided and supported often feel compelled to pass that same support on to others. And the ripple effect of one leader's investment in people can transform an entire organization, creating teams that are not only high-performing but also deeply connected and committed. Rather than focusing exclusively on refining policies or streamlining procedures, great leaders understand that processes will evolve naturally when the people behind them are empowered, educated, and inspired. They know that well-developed individuals don't just adapt to change, they drive it. These leaders create environments where people grow into the best versions of themselves, where talent is nurtured, and where everyone is encouraged to reach higher, think bigger, and lead with purpose. Step 6. The human touch is the competitive edge. In an era defined by automation, algorithms, and artificial intelligence, it's easy to believe that efficiency, speed, and data are the ultimate differentiators. And while these factors are undeniably important, they are no longer rare, they are expected. What truly sets a person, a business, or a brand apart in a crowded, fast-paced marketplace is the human touch. That authentic, emotional, thoughtful interaction that technology cannot replicate. It's the warmth in a voice, the genuine smile in a greeting, the empathy in a difficult conversation, or the personalized note that says, "I see you and you matter." These are the moments people remember. These are the moments that create lasting impressions and deep loyalty. The human touch is about connection, and Connection is the most powerful form of influence. People crave it, especially in a world that's increasingly digital and transactional. They want to feel heard, understood, and valued, not just processed through a system. No amount of automation can substitute the comfort of compassion during uncertainty or the impact of being treated like an individual rather than a number. Businesses that understand this invest in their people, not just their platform. They train their teams not just on procedures, but on presence, how to listen, how to care, and how to respond with emotional intelligence. Customers often won't remember every detail of what was said or done, but they will remember how an interaction made them feel. That feeling becomes part of the brand experience. It's why someone stays loyal to a local shop over a cheaper online alternative. It's why a client chooses to renew a service not because of a price tag, but because of the relationship. In competitive industries where products are similar and prices are matched, the differentiating factor is often not what you offer, but how you offer it. The human touch turns a basic transaction into a meaningful experience. Within teams, the human touch shapes culture. Leaders who engage personally, who express gratitude, who notice effort and support growth, build stronger teams. Colleagues who treat each other with respect and sincerity contribute to environments where trust and collaboration flourish. These cultures outperform others not because of better systems, but because of better relationships. The morale is higher, the turnover is lower, and the energy is contagious. At its core, the human touch is about choosing connection over convenience, presence over pretense. It's the conscious decision to lead, serve, and communicate in ways that honor our shared humanity. Whether it's through a conversation, a gesture, or simply showing up when it matters most, the human touch adds a depth to performance, service, and leadership that no machine can emulate. It becomes the element that cannot be commodified or copied because it is rooted in who we are, not just what we do. So as you move forward, whether you're leading a team, building a business, or simply trying to make a greater impact, remember this. Strategies may evolve, markets may shift, and technology will always advance, but one truth remains constant. People are the difference maker. Put people first, and every decision, every interaction, and every challenge you face. When you value people, you unlock performance. When you empower people, you spark innovation. And when you care first, loyalty follows. This is not just good leadership, it's smart, sustainable success. Because at the heart of every great achievement is someone who felt seen, trusted, and inspired to give their best. Put people first and watch everything else rise with them.